Shelley, can you tell me how your phone coaching works?
Yeah. Um, Phone coaching is something that works well for people who might be out of town and might not be able to get to see me. It's also good for people who don't need psychotherapy or counseling. Coaching is still a relatively new field, and there are all kinds of people doing coaching, and a lot of personal growth help that people are providing in the name of coaching. And there's a pretty big spectrum. Um, Coaching the way I learned it and coaching the way I do it doesn't really have anything to do with giving advice. And that's not something that I do. What I like to do when I'm coaching with people is ask them really good questions to help them find the answers in their own hearts. What I also do is offer something that I call emotions coaching, which teaches people how to work with the emotions that are keeping them stuck. Oftentimes when people are trying to make a decision about their lives or feel stuck in some aspect of their lives, it's because they've got feelings about it. Whenever we're trying to make a decision about this job or that, for example, the reason it's not easy to decide is because we've got some feelings about one of the jobs and some other feelings about the other job, or whatever. But when people can learn how to work with the feelings or get in touch with the feelings that are maybe on either side of the conflict or either side of the decision, and release those feelings kind of organically, then it clears the way for people to just know what they want and have more clarity.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to imagine it on, how it works on the phone. Can you kind of just tell me how does a standard session kind of work on the phone?
Yeah, it's funny because people often think, oh, I can't talk to anybody over the phone, but I've had people be really surprised. I know it seems strange, but it may only seem strange if you're thinking of phone coaching as like psychotherapy or counseling, where the model is you go and sit in somebody's office. We can do FaceTime and Skype if that's necessary, and that helps. But when I'm doing phone coaching with people, I lean a lot on my ability to hear what's not being said. And that's not something that I have to be face-to-face with someone to do. So when people call and say want some help with something, we won't spend time talking about the problem, because in my experience, the more we talk about the problem, the more we stay in the energy of the problem and don't really learn anything new. And I don't feel good about taking people's money just to hear them talk for a long time about their problem. So what I'll do is just let them give me a little bit of information, and then I can teach them how to ground themselves and breathe and get connected with the feelings that may not be in their complete awareness yet about the topic. And then when I can coach them over the phone how to release and untangle the feelings a little bit, they find, they get some insights and clarity they didn't have before. And sometimes people think they have to wait and call me when they're not overwhelmed, when they're not confused. They want to wait until, but if you're confused and overwhelmed, that's the perfect time to call. And what I like to do with people who are out of town, who maybe are wondering if phone coaching is a good fit for them or not, if you want to call and have a trial session, we can give it a shot, and I can show you how it works over the phone. You can decide whether it feels okay to you or not. But no, does that answer your question?
It does. So when you work with somebody as a coach, do you set goals with them, or
yeah,
isn't there some accountability thing?
Well, it really depends. And when someone first contacts me to see if the phone coaching I do is appropriate for them or not, one of the first questions I'll ask is, well, what do you want to accomplish? And that's what helps us decide. Say if you were to work with me for 3 months, for example, on a regular basis, maybe weekly or something like that, how do you want your life to be different? in that period of time. I ask that of all my clients who come to see me one-on-one in person also. But it's a good phone coaching question. So it sort of depends. So the client really guides the sessions in terms of what they want to accomplish.